Okay, my lovelies. That was altogether weird. My camera does not like me right now, and so I cannot move it. When I go to move it, it shuts the camera off. So we are here. I have a weird angle right now, so I am going to have to do this kind of over here so you can see me. I don't know what to say. It's just Mercury. Mercury retrograde. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going to go with, and we're going to stick with it, okay? Hopefully everybody can find their way back. Amanda, are you still here? This has just been a weird, technical, glitchy kind of night. Actually, no, I know that my camera, this webcam I have, I need to upgrade it. I just don't know what to upgrade it with. And I don't have a whole lot of money, so I can't go and buy like a $200 camera. Yay, all better. You can see me now. What was it on you guys' side? Was it just kind of, it went black or, and you could hear me? Was that it? Or what was it on your side? Yay, I've got this going now. The GoPros. Oh, for streaming? I never thought about that. I didn't think you could do that for streaming. Like the live, you know? It's okay. You know what? The universe does what it needs to do. Maybe this camera needs to go and I got to get something new. And why would I need something new? So that way you wouldn't have the issue here. I don't know. It was the loading circle of evil buffering and frozen. Now that's funny. See, I love that part. I love when my face just gets frozen. I used to tell my kiddos when I was teaching, I was like, hey guys, if we ever freeze and I have like a really hideously funny face, you have to take the screenshot. And they're like, why? That's that's mean. I was like, no, it's not mean. I need to see these shots, all right? I need to see how completely awful that frozen screen was, all right? And they were just like, Miss, you're weird. It's like, I know, but y'all love me anyways. I do miss teaching. Um, Not because of me not liking my job now. I love my job. Um, I get to I get to stay home and do paperwork and come up with ways to make things better. This is my life, y'all. I love this part, all right? But I miss the kids. And after what happened yesterday, it made me really scared because I always I always wanted to protect my kids. And I know that without being in the classroom, there's no way I can protect them now. And Zara Beth, you gonna take the picture for me? Good, thank you. And Amanda, sun tea. I haven't had sun tea in so long. My mom used to love making sun tea. Yeah. See, Amanda, it's just terrifying, you know? I was talking with my boss today and we were talking about the what happened and she has a little one in kindergarten and she was just like it's terrifying to be a parent. I was like, yeah, it's terrifying. See, Zarabeth, nobody realized. No, I'm going to take that back. People have to realize. People have to realize that this is causing some major trauma. I think about, I come back to it because this is the only experience I have that is relevant, right? There was a time where my school thought we were having an active shooter. For 3 hours, we had kids hiding that didn't know that it wasn't an active shooter. They were hiding in closets. Do you not think that that's going to traumatize them in some way? Yeah, it wasn't an active shooter. It ended up being a modified car to sound like that. They're high schoolers. That's all I gotta say. Like, they don't always think. But you don't think that's gonna cause trauma? And then the teachers of these schools, do you think they're gonna want to be back in the classroom today like nothing happened? You go back into that room and you just relive it all over again. So yeah, it's. I remember the way that they trained us. They sat us down and had us watch a movie. Not a movie, sorry. It was a documentary on terrorists um, holding a school hostage. I think it was in like Russia or something like that. And that was like footage that wouldn't have been shown to the public, so that way we could understand as teachers like the graphic of the severity of the deal, that what we were up against. And I was like, do you not think we don't know? Wait a minute. You don't think we know? I just know that until we all stop talking about it, we actually do something to change what's happening. Like, we can identify problems, and both sides have a like, there it is. There's the problem. Okay, you've identified a problem. Two problems can be exactly. Two problems can be the problem, right? So why don't we come up with solutions, man? What is your solution? You can name this as a problem all day long. What's your solution? There's got to be people that think better than I do. It's weird, also astrologically, these type of conversations that we're having right now. Like, if you look at astrology and all the astrologers talking about what's happening right now, because I'm not an astrologer, so I go off of other people, and most of them are saying the same thing. Like, right now, there's a lot of like turmoil. There's a lot of, how they put it, painful growth. There's a lot of painful growth happening right now. And because of that, we are heading into a transition. I wonder what that transition is. What are we transitioning into? What is this growth going to get us? Sarah Beth, you're right. But what is better? What is better, and how do we get there? Mhm. I I hope what we're transitioning to is, yes, better than this. You know, and this could be just my hopeful, optimistic side, hoping that like all of this has got to be for something, right? All of this has got to have us learn something, and maybe that's why I think this way. I just I get very down, and when I get very down, I have to find the silver lining. I have to find the silver lining. What is it that we learned from all of this? Because otherwise, it just feels, ugh. So yeah, Zarabeth, I hope we are transitioning to something better. Something better. Right? What are we supposed to be learning from this? Change of mindset. What are we supposed to be learning from this? What is it? I am going to go with, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this much. Whatever is happening astrologically right now, it has had me in a funk over the last 2 days. 2 or 3 days, actually. I mean, you want to talk about some like pushed shadow work? Oh, gross. Man, I was not happy for the last like 2 or 3 days. Everything was just hurting my feelings. Everything was feeling disrespectful. Like I was not happy. Any of y'all were like that? 46 by 2. Keep that thought, Zarabeth. If that just randomly popped in there, there's no randomness. There's reasons. So, what does that mean? I will. Now you got me curious at what the song is, because I don't know that song. But if it popped in your head, there's a reason that I'm focused on it. Okay. All right, Zarabeth, look them up real quick. Oh, I'm sitting here and I'm like, you keep seeing me like shift. Being old is horrible. And you remember how I told you my back was out? My back is still out. It migrated from the middle of my back and into my hip. So now it feels like my hip's being dislocated. And then it's like pinching the back muscle on the back of my thigh. And then it pinches my calf. And so I'm just like, oh, okay, we're moving. Amanda, how are you feeling about that? That's it's a long time, and I know people expect that it no longer hurts, but that's bullcrap, and you and I both know that. So, how do you feel right now? No, it doesn't. It doesn't get any better. And that's the thing is people expect, like I said, people expect you to be like, oh, it's been so long, I'm healed. No, sir. No, sir. You know, it's been a while since my granddad passed away, and I tell you what, there are shades of green. Um, there, I can't, if I hear a flat line, like we're watching a show and it's a hospital show, and you hear a flat line, that'll immediately I just start feeling sick to my stomach. So, yeah, no. Hey, Christine, what's up? That sounds good. Do it. Get a quiet house that day. Tell them I said you needed it for spiritual reasons. That's what you need. You need it for spiritual reasons. Speaking of needing for spiritual reasons, there is a creator on TikTok who is like a photographer, but she's like spiritual photographer, and she's got like this bathhouse that she does photography in. Y'all, that bathhouse, that's to die for. I'm just telling you. I I would pay just to have an hour in that bathhouse because it is gorgeous. It looks like it's just seeping divine feminine. Ooh, what you getting from Pampered Chef? Now, does Pampered Chef only sell like kitchen wares, or I know that they started selling like way back when they started selling like hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that. You're going to be selling it, Amanda? Amanda, you and I may be talking, okay? I like Pampered Chef. I really do. I have a dicer that I got from Pampered Chef years ago, and man, you want to talk about something that is held up through time. And no, I'm not sponsored by Pampered Chef, but if Pampered Chef is watching, hi, I cook. Ooh, what spices? I know they had like, was it dips? There was like dip packets. I remember those for some reason. But I remember the kitchen gadgets. Loving those. They do. They absolutely do, Christine. Amanda, come on. You know what though? There are some people that is their job, man. Like they love selling, right? And then there are people like you and I that are like, oh, okay. Like, yes, I work in realty, but let's not make any mistakes about it. My job is to make sure that the salespeople have all they need and they don't have to go looking for anything, and that everything is nice and organized and everybody gets to close on time because there was no paperwork that fell through the cracks. Like, that's my job, right? If you were to say, hey, Lisa, you got to go, like, show that house. I got to I got to go talk to them in person and get them to buy that house. Can we just give it to them? That would be me. So, Amanda, you're not supposed to sell insurance, but maybe you are supposed to sell kitchen gadgets. And maybe this is only to fuel my addiction of Pampered Chef, okay? Y'all, don't mind me. I am goofy as all get out. Especially on days that my brain is like, you know what? I don't know if I want to be attached to you right now. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I like you either right now. Oh my goodness, there are so many little tiny parts to this. Y'all, why did I doodle so much? Why didn't I just like make a tree? Could have done that in one session, just tree. Okay, cool. Where's my phone? Screenshots of the lyrics. Hold on. All right, let's find. Zerbeth sent screenshots of the lyrics. Let's go. All right. So the lyrics. Holy crap, Batman. I like it. Okay. My shadow's shedding skin. I've been picking scabs again. I'm down digging through my old muscles looking for a clue. I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been wallowing in my own confused and insecure delusions. For a piece to cross me over or a word to guide me in, I want to feel the changes coming down. I want to know what I've been hiding in my shadow, in my shadow. Oh, yes. Yes. Now I see why. Now I see why you thought of that. Amanda, now this is how I know you were meant to sell kitchenware. Did you see how you just explained what a pan was like? Only people who like kitchen stuff will explain and say a pan is sexy, all right? Nobody else. Everybody else is like, it's a pan. But those of us that cook and like kitchen stuff, we're like, oh, did you see the coating? Like, freaking love that stuff. Yeah, chef talk. Chef talk where they're like, this is just seductive. And I'm like, yes, I love that burger. I know. That's right. Cast iron. No, Zerbeth, cast iron is very sexy. All right. It's sturdy. It's stocky. Oh my god. Next time I pick up my cast iron pan, I'm going to think of the brawny man now. Oh, jeez. That's it. I'm going to pick up my pan and I'm going to be like, it's the brawny man. All right. Oh, I laughed too hard and it hurt my head. Stop it. Stop it. So we do have a lot. We've got like 30 minutes left for this session. So I'm hoping to get a lot, but there's a lot of shading that needs to happen still. So I'm going to say I believe this is going to go into a third one. And since this one's going to go into a third one, I say the next one that we do, it'd be like a one. Like we just one episode and we're good with it, right? I don't know which stuff I have that I can do that with though, because a lot of it is processes. He's the quicker picker upper, isn't he? Oh. I have not, by the way, put out a whole lot of content lately. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling it. Like, I know there's questions that people would like answered, but nobody asks me any questions, so I don't know what questions to answer. And there are people already doing um, spell work and stuff like that, so how am I going to add to that conversation? Um, so if you've seen that I haven't put out a whole lot of content lately, yeah, that's why. I'm just kind of creatively stuck right now, you know? And I'm still really, really upset that TikTok will not let me be a part of their creator fund, even though I jumped through all the hoops. They say that the birthday's wrong. Okay. Fine. Fine. I love food, Sarah. Thank you for understanding that. Thank you. It's so hard because it's like in order for you to continue to have the reach that you want to have, like I want to be able to reach the community and say, hey, look, if your stuff doesn't look like everybody else's, it's cool. Neither does mine. Like we get to do and choose for our own. I want people to feel empowered. And I want them to know that it's okay to be sad and it's okay to be happy and life is just life. But in order for me to be able to get that message to people, I have to almost put out content every single day, or none of these platforms will push it. And that sucks because, like you say, we're not machines, we're human. And how do I get over a creative block? How do I get over a creative block and also not repeat everything that's been being said over and over and over again? What is it that I'm adding to the conversation that is unique? What can I add to the conversation that would help somebody in a way that they're not getting the help right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And also, there's like a huge influx of scammers taking a bunch of the spiritual people's profiles and starting to scam others. They'll scam their followers for it. I was like, ooh, it's not just happening to me. I know the user that was on earlier in my first stream, Fire Lotus, um, they have an issue because people would impersonate them. Um, Megan Elise, the evidential medium, she was having a problem with that. Um, and I came across a post from John Edwards, that medium, and he was telling his followers, "Hey, look, this is my only account. I don't ask you if you want a reading." Um, yeah, yeah, no, scammers are all out. Hurry up, Lavender. I agree. Hurry up, Lavender. Come on. My mint still has like just one little twig. I'm like, we're hoping here. We're hoping. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know if I showed you guys. I had new plant babies, right? And the one plant baby, he was sad. He was sad. He's still having difficulties because somehow we ended up with bug mites or plant mites with him, and I'm treating him with neem oil now for it. But let me show you. He looks so good now. He was dying. He was so sad. But look at him. He's so pretty. He's gonna, when he gets older, as he gets older, those leaves turn completely black. Mites are the worst. I know. I've been treating them like I'll put the neem oil solution on a rag, and then I wipe off his leaves, and then I wipe off the stalk, and then I spray a little bit on the inside of it to hopefully kill it, and then I've kept him away from all of the other guys because I do not need them to go to other plants. Oh, I know. I'm so excited. I believe. I know he's in Alocasia. I know he's in Alocasia, and I believe they call him Black Beauty, but I don't know for sure, right? In the living room, I have I have some I have another alocasia, and I think its common name is called black mask or African mask. This one's Black Beauty, that one's an African mask, and then I have up here, whoa, I have a black orchid growing. My plan is to have a little goth garden of nothing but black or dark purple and dark red plants. That's what I want. I want a little goth garden. My little 14-year-old goth self will be like, oh my god! It's okay. That's okay. All they need is just a little bit more love. All right, Ashus will get flowers. Yeah, quarantine the leafy baby. I got him. Like I said, he's up here on this rack that I have right next to me. This shelf that I have next to me. I've got a bunch of plants up here, and then as you can see, I've got plants there. That second row is nothing but succulents, and so they need a lot of direct sun. And then the row right below that, the third one, is all my baby plants growing. I've got the pansies, the violet, the deep purple pansies. I've got those growing, and I cannot for the life of me, because I'm too dumb to actually put the stick in saying, oh, this is what you're growing. I've got something growing really well. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, guys. It's just there. Oh my gosh. I would love, 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 love your brother-in-law's collection, I'm sure. And Amanda, I started growing pansies because my grandmother's name was Pansy, and she loved plants. So I figured, as a really good memorial, let me plant some pansies. And so that's what I did. I seeded some pansies, and I brought the bat flower indoors. He's not doing anything yet, but again, he's supposed to take like 8 or 9 months to actually germinate. This is crazy. I've never heard of a plant taking this long to germinate. Like, how do they even survive in the wild like this? All right, there were so many things I had to do. How did these guys even survive in the wild? There's no way. I don't get it. The bat flower was the one that I had to like keep in warm water overnight, and then warm the soil, put him in the soil, and then wrap him up in saran wrap and keep him in sunlight, like keep him in 70-degree weather. It's like, oh. So I don't even know if he's going to germinate. Like, there were so many steps. There, but my calla lilies died. I did not realize calla lilies were such over dramatic little things. Like, I accidentally overwatered it, and all of a sudden, all of them have root rot. Right? Just exist for me, Zarabeth. You get the pain. Like, why can't you just live? What did you do? Am I that toxic that you can't live for me? It's been a crazy one with those. Oh, like, give me a break. I am watering you. I am loving you. I am talking to you. You could at least grow. Not asking for much. Not asking for much at all. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yes. See? You understand then. Well, for the longest time, I could keep nothing alive. Nothing. I'd kill every single thing. And then the photo company that we worked that worked for us at the school for the yearbook, the sales rep, I love her. I love her, right? So Sarah, if you're watching, I love you still and I miss your face, okay? But she bought me a pumpkin with a succulent like arrangement in it, and I kept the succulents alive. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what else I can keep alive. And then we went on pandemic, and I had all my plants inside my classroom, and they did really well inside my classroom. But I had to bring them home. And then over the pandemic, it was how do I keep my plants alive in very dark house? And I just started researching different plants I could keep alive in a dark house, and now I have plants. I don't know. I can actually grow something and not kill them. And then I got like really into it, and I've got like the grow lights. I've got another set of grow lights up here. I've got the neem oil, and I've got the succulent soil and the little sticks for the fertilizer, all that good jazz. Now my crushed eggs aren't just for witchcraft, they're also for fertilizing plants. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, Zarabeth. It's like I can keep an animal and a human alive. Plant, why won't you thrive? What did I do that hurt your feelings to the point where you just had to give up on life? Altogether give up. There's a place, it's about 30 minutes from us, I guess. Um, it it's like a little garden and ironworks place. And we go in there and walk around, and there are just like it's somebody's backyard. It looks like the person's house. I think their husband does ironworks and they do gardening, and so they just kind of threw all of the stuff into the yard. And so you walk in, and it's their yard that they made a garden out of, and they sell the iron stuff and they sell the plants, and then they have like two turkeys wandering around. They've got an albino peacock. They've got another peacock. Uh, they used to have chickens. I don't know if they still have the chickens or not. Cats. You just walk around in the garden and get your stuff for your yard there. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Amanda, it's the on my TikTok the other day, the place that I went in and that had all those plants and I was walking through. That's that's that place. You know what I want? Speaking of plants, it's not as well. I got a lot of specific plants I want, but it's a like a plant holder that I want. It's a skull. It's a skull. Can you imagine? I want a skull. All right, I want a skull, and I also want one of those like weird human head baby doll looking things to plant. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh my goodness, we're getting through with one corner. This is what we've managed to finish, and it doesn't look like a whole lot because we still have this big chunk to do right here, but I've managed to get a lot of this done, and I've managed to get some of this re-outlined. I don't like how light that is, so I plan on going over it again. But this is what it's looking like so far. And the last part of this would be just to put on some finishing wax and send it off. Send it on. I will, put my little initials on the back. Wait. What did I see about doggies? Dogs. What? What? Zarabeth, that's how I am with my kid and my dog. Lucky. What kind of dog do you have? What kind of dog do you have, Amanda? My husband is a dog person. He absolutely adores dogs. But the cruelest joke on both of us is as much as we love animals, we're both highly allergic to things with fur. So it's like, man, we just want to pet a dog. You just gotta check. It's like it's like a teenager. You just mainly gotta go in there and go, you good? You need a snack? Something to drink? Did you go to the bathroom? Did you stop the video game long enough to go to the bathroom? Okay. All right. Okay. Just checking. All right. So your dog sounds like a teenager. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, they said, well, one day when you have kids, and I just looked at them and I was like, how old do you think I am? How old do you think I am? Like, one day when I have kids, I have 5 grown children. How old do you? I have done my diaper duty. No, we are not having any children. Oh, the Chihuahua. Does he do the shaky thing that most Chihuahuas do? I have yet. I know somebody has probably told me why they shake, and I have not retained that information at all. In my head, they're just really nervous animals. Like poodles. My ex-husband had a poodle when we first met, and it was gross. The thing would pee all over the place. It would get so excited and happy and scared all at the same time. It would just pee all over the place. Chihuahuas, they just shake. Just shake. Oh, he's the one on your TikTok. Okay. Okay, now I know. Now I know. It just took me a minute. Like, oh, okay. So is anybody else affected by Mercury retrograde, or is it just like just a thing that you go with? Oh, my mama had a little wiener dog. Oh, Amanda. Little dogs are always the ones that get the most pampering, you know? I know my mom, when her little dog got too old, she would have to pick him up and down off of the bed because otherwise he'd break a hip. Oh no, Christine. You know, people don't think about that's the other thing. People don't think about like animals being able to have anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And then you're like, yes, they do, and we have medication that we can give them to help. But then people don't think that that's a real thing for people. Oh, okay, Sarah Beth. You read. Oh, I remember reading that to my son. Enjoy that moment. Thanks for joining us, Sarah Beth. Oh. All right. I am going to stop here. I have a crafting group that I actually do also on Wednesday night. So I don't do it. I just show up and talk. That's it. I just show up and join everybody else. But I'm probably going to work on this a little bit more in that crafting group. So that way next Wednesday we can finally get it done. And I can send it off to its new home. I know somebody will really enjoy it, right? Instead of it just sitting in a box in my house. Somebody else can really enjoy this. All right. All right, my lovelies. Be happy. Be safe. Know that I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me, even on my days that I feel slightly off. All right. Appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming through all of the technical issues. All right. You guys have a good evening and love your puppies. All right. Night, guys.